Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you. As a part of what Glen Hills is all about is practicing the principle of inclusiveness. And at this time, we'll be having our scholars come to the stage to welcome you this evening.
رحب بكم بحفل التخرج من التخرج سنة 2022. احنا فخورين بكم من هذا السنة. Ito ay isang importanteng seremonya para sa aming estudyante. At kami ay nagpapasalamat na dumalo kayo ngayong gabi.
有种是年度公杯给个得第二的 Glendale-River 2022。
Buenas tardes, sean bienvenidos.
Nos establece mucho tenerlos con nosotros.
La ceremonia de graduación de la clase 2022.
Guten Abend, herzlich willkommen zur Glendale-Klasse 2022. Schön, dass ihr da seid.
Bonsoir, bienvenue à la promotion de la classe Glendale de 2022. Nous sommes heureux que vous soyez ici.
Shalom ve'erkov lekulam. ברוכים הבאים לגלנהל טקס הסיום. אנחנו כל כך שמחים לראות אתכם פה.
Добрый вечер. Добро пожаловать на выпускной Glendale класса 2022 года. Мы рады вас видеть.
Indemen amashachu, wedasi bemen tatachu, esi benet mal.
Good evening and welcome to the promotion ceremony of the class of 2022. At this time, I would like to take a moment and acknowledge our special guests up on stage. We have board members Carla Pennington-Cross, board member Ben Wynn, and board member Andrew Franklin. Additionally, I would like to thank Ms. Allison Weiss, Superintendent of Schools, and Mr. Willie Williams, Associate Principal at Glen Hills. I also would like to give a huge acknowledgement to the staff members at Glen Hills who have helped guide and serve your children tonight. Thank you all for being in attendance. At this time, I would like all to stand for the singing of the national anthem as well as the Black national anthem by 8th grade scholar Naomi Alexander. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we did at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Thank you, Naomi. At this time, I would like to welcome our student speakers to the stage. Maya Piquette, Nala Deans, and Dallas Portman Garner.
Hi, my name is Maya. Next year, I'll go to Glendale-River High School. That means I'll say goodbye to Glendale Middle School. I have many feelings about saying goodbye. I will miss my teachers, Miss Fountain, Miss Ava, Miss Nick, and Miss Tristan. I also feel happy to start school. I will meet new teachers and friends. I will remember all Glendale's teachers. Some of my favorite memories from Glendale are giving teachers lots of help and doing fast like hopscotch. Learning fast changes like those of hops. Learning when there's no school. I want to miss you all. Keep present. Love, Maya.
Thank you, Maya. All right, I'd like to welcome Nala Deans. Glen Hills has had a tremendous impact on who I am today. My name is Nala Deans, and I entered the school as an overexcited fourth grader. On the first day of school, I sat in the gym wondering how I would ever survive in a school so big. Now I leave the school prepared for what high school and whatever else my future holds. While not everything about my middle school experience is something I want to remember, I hope that I never forget the dedicated, caring teachers who impacted my life. Because of my teachers and my family, I am who I am today. The first teacher I met at the school was Miss Jagir, and she started my middle school experience with a bang. From the first moment we met, her telling me to sit anywhere, and me, a fourth grader, choosing the floor, I knew this year would be the most memorable. Miss Jagir loved every student in our class and showed us how a teacher can make education fun. Miss Morali was one of the second teachers I really got to know. She believes in every student and goes out of her way to make sure we have everything we need to be successful. Even though she can be intense, she is a fantastic teacher. For all the 5 years I've worked with her,
Miss Raleigh has never told me not to try something and pushes us all to be the best we can be. Her students can agree that she has taught us how to manage time and pressure while helping us advance academically. The most important lesson I have learned was taught to me by many teachers. Miss Jansen, Mr. Rose, Miss Malone, Miss Covert, and so many more teachers have taught me the power of my own voice. Through class discussions, debates, and projects, I have learned that I should always speak up and question everything. This is something that I could not have understood without many excellent teachers and will help me even past high school. We have learned a lesson from every teacher who has taught us, but the most important lessons have been taught from teachers at Glen Hills. If there's one thing we should remember moving forward, education is a gift, and all the teachers at Glen Hills have granted us the best gift possible, a good education. Every single one of us has the potential to take what we've learned at this school, take our experiences, whether negative or positive, and use them to be the best version of ourselves. We owe it to our future selves to take advantage of our education and reach out to make all our dreams reality. The decisions we make in high school are building blocks to our future, so make every one count. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Malcolm X.
Thank you, Nella. Dallas Portman Garner. Hi, I am Dallas, and I'm an 8th grader in the Glen Hills class of 2022. Our middle school experience was unlike anyone else. In March of 2020, we all went through a very tough time as students, parents, and as teachers when COVID-19 hit. Teachers were teaching in their homes or even empty classrooms. As a teacher, give yourself a round of applause. As a parent, give yourself a round of applause. And finally, as a student, please give yourself an extra loud round of applause. Even though we experienced some tough times, our years at Glen Hills have been nothing but memorable, whether that be the laughs, cries, or even disagreements. Coming together and seeing each other grow and change in many ways is the best memory I've had being here. I thank all my teachers and coaches for being the best role models to me, not just this year, but from my 6th grade year all the way to now. I know we're supposed to be happy we're going to high school, but believe it or not, I'm actually sad. Sad because one of my favorite teachers, Miss Skelton, could not attend graduation today. She has most definitely been the biggest impact on me this year. And sad because this is the last year with my peers and I all together. However, I am also thankful. Thankful for my coach, Mr. Washington, who has shown me my ability to work hard and play the best I can in basketball and track. Even when I fall on my hurdles, you always encourage me to get back up and do my best. I'm also thankful for my 7th grade English teacher, Ms. Hag, for always pushing me to be the best in and out of school. Coming into 8th grade, I did not know what my year was going to be like. I know I had to work hard, and that's what I did. That's what we did to make sure we made it here today. Sharing memories with this 8th grade class was the best thing I could ask for. I am thankful for sharing them with all of you. In the words of great Nicki Minaj, I wish I could have this moment for life. Finally, with all this being said, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling the class of 2022. Thank you, Dallas. At this time, I'd like to have Nikki Brooks please report up to the stage as she is going to introduce a long-standing tradition at Glen Hills by introducing the mural that the class of 2022 created this school year. Thank you, Nikki.
Good evening, parents, guardians, families, friends, staff, and students. My name is Nicole Brooks, and I'm a representative speaker of the 8th grade fair. The mural tradition has been going on for 36 years, and its history fills Glen Hills like a visual time capsule to years past. The mural as whole symbolizes the strength, resilience, and individuality and perseverance of the 8th grade class that is moving on to make their own history and difference in the world. Just like the mural visually represents each person in this class will leave their own mark on others, the communities, and the world. On behalf of the 8th grade class, I would like to thank all of the students and staff who have been involved and shown support in making the year's Glen Hills Classes of 2022 mural a reality.
Thank you. At this time in our program, we will be giving out some special acknowledgements. The Glendale-River Hills Foundation supports the Kevin Cole Award. This evening, we have Bruce and Linda Cole here to present their award in honor of their son. Thank you, Bruce and Linda.
Good evening. We are Bruce and Linda Cole. Linda and I are parents of 3 sons, Andy, Brian, Kevin, and Kevin, our oldest, who was an 8th grader here about 32 years ago. In August of 1993, prior to his junior year at Nicolay, Kevin died from leukemia, an illness he had fought for 12 years. Over the years, teachers have come to know that the Kevin Cole Spirit Award is about keeping a positive spirit in the face of adversity. Kevin did have a positive attitude as adversity was its illness. While we may not all face an illness, we do have days that are not very easy. We may have a disagreement with a friend, parent, or teacher. We may be facing a hard homework assignment, or we may be nervous about a change, like starting high school. We'll never forget Kevin's determination and courage. This determination is also seen at school. Mr. Bruce, who you hear from later, was one of Kevin's science teachers. I remember him telling us the day in gym class when everyone ran the mile. This wasn't easy for Kevin, but he was determined to finish, so he ran and walked and didn't care how long it took him. Didn't matter to him if he was the last one to cross the finish line. He had just made up his mind to finish the race the best way he could. We established this award to remember Kevin, what he taught us, to recognize 2 students each year at Glen Hills, the school he really enjoyed. The awardees are nominated by the staff. The Kevin Cole Spirit Award recognizes 2 students who have been nominated by the staff and demonstrated the spirit of always trying. It also encourages everyone to face all your challenges with a positive and helpful attitude. I'd like to take a minute to thank the foundation for their support in this award. It works out very nicely for the students taking it. I'd like to paraphrase parts of what was said about each of the students. She comes to school every day with a positive attitude and is open and ready to learn no matter what happened the day before. She is dedicated to treating everyone with respect and making sure that others feel respected and included. He is an amazing student and is resilient even in the most difficult of times. He continues to try his best and has a strong spirit that inspires all of us, even as teachers. He is a great example of an enthusiastic learner. Our family would like to present the Kevin Cole Spirit Award to Maya Piquette and Jaron or JJ Cunningham.
Thank you, Bruce and Linda, for presenting that award. At this time, we will be moving into presenting the Michael J. Kreger Star Award. The Kreger family wanted to embody the qualities that he valued so much. Mr. Kreger was a part of the Glen Hills community for almost 30 years before passing away in January of 2019. His dedication and work ethic, not only to Glen Hills, but to our community, positively impacted thousands of lives. He continuously spoke about the value of extracurricular activities, mentored students to be kind, positive leaders, and to show kindness to all. Here to speak more about this award and present this year's recipients are Ryan and Grace Kreger.
Good evening, everybody, and congratulations to the 8th grade class. My name is Ryan Kreger, and I am Mr. Kreger's son and proud associate principal of Parkway Elementary. I am excited to keep my dad's memory alive with the Michael J. Kreger Award. The Kregers are represented tonight by my wife, Grace, my mom, and my brother, Deb and John. My dad loved Glen Hills, the community, the families and caregivers, and most importantly, the amazing students. He played an active role in every athletic event. He started and organized YEC nights and played a huge role in virtually every aspect of Glen Hills for 30 years.
When Mr. Kreger was sick, this class made him so many sweet cards. While his memory was struggling, he never forgot about those cards and read them constantly. I remember telling you guys that in my class in 6th grade. They brought him so much joy, and for that we are incredibly grateful. The fact that you were the last students to have known Mr. Kreger in the walls of Glen Hills and to be the first students that I taught here at Glen Hills makes it particularly special to be presenting this award to 2 wonderful 8th graders.
All right, the first person to receive this award is not only a dedicated student, but someone who shows kindness or whose kindness shines bright every day. Here are some words a teacher said about her. This student puts 100% effort into everything she does. It does not matter if it's her schoolwork, track and field, cross country, or cheering on her peers. She is always giving her best effort. She's a team player, will go with the flow in her groups, or take control and be a leader, depending on what her group needs. Another staff member told me that they are certain that Mr. Kreger would absolutely adore her. She is well deserving of this award. Please give a special round of applause to the very first recipient of the Michael J. Kreger Award, Marissa Kranz.
Okay. The second award recipient is someone who has been supportive and encouraging throughout his years at Glen Hills. This is what his teacher nomination stated. I cannot think of someone more deserving than this student for this award. Like Mr. Kreger, he has a great sense of humor, likes to have fun, joke, and be around his friends. However, also like Mr. Kreger, he knows when it is time to be serious and get work done. He is passionate about his schoolwork and is always putting forth his best effort by asking questions to try to better himself and his work. He takes feedback well, often coming up during independent work time or after instruction to see how he can improve on his work. I have never seen him be unkind to any of his fellow peers. He is always kind and actively attempting to be inclusive. He was on the 8th grade basketball team and volleyball team. It has been a pleasure to be his teacher this year, and I know Mr. Kreger would have loved to see what a kind, funny, and hardworking young man he is becoming. It is my pleasure to name the second recipient of the Michael J. Kreger Star Award to Jonathan Yano Denise.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Kreger. The next award will be presented by Mr. Kaufman, and it is the Ron Bruce Athletic Award. At this time, I will welcome Mr. Kaufman to give us a little background about Mr. Bruce and the award.
Good evening, 8th graders. Looking good, proud of you. All right, so you're thinking I'm here to present the award. I'm not. I'm here to present the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Ron Bruce. When I think of physical education, I think of Mr. Bruce. He is a motivator and an inspirer. While teaching in the district for 33 years, he taught and touched the lives of thousands of Glendale students, myself included. Mr. Bruce comes across as immortal. He comes across as someone that is in a league of his own, and while both are true, Mr. Bruce is more than that. He's a caring man that wants nothing more than the best for and the best from every person he knows. Mr. Bruce has worked tirelessly as an advocate for his education and personal fitness. He has worked to bring out the best in all of us, and this award is meant to cement his legacy in the district he worked so hard for. Excellence in physical education is truly what it sounds like. It means on a daily basis, you must go above and beyond what is easy or convenient. It means you face challenges and adversity with the utmost pride and fearlessness. Most importantly, it means you understand and help others along the way to be the best they can be. Excellence in PE is about being a leader that others can look to and depend on. It's about being an individual that is not swayed by what others may think or do. Mr. Bruce has inspired many he taught and worked with to reach for these challenging goals. And it's with great pride that the physical education staff, Mr. Johnson, Ms. Timmerman, and myself, Mr. Kaufman, will give this award to two deserving students who exemplify these traits. It is an honor to introduce Mr. Ron Bruce to present our recipients of the Ron Bruce Excellence in Physical Education Award. 33 years.
Good evening. Thank you so much. I'm so flattered that this award is being named in my name, given my name. Ms. Timmerman, who I helped hire years ago, 33 years ago, and Mr. Kaufman, 20 years ago. I want you to know about these people. I taught for 33 years. Mr. Kaufman finished 20. Ms. Timmerman is finishing 33. They say there'd be no math today, but there is math. Count how many years that is. And my predecessor who hired me taught for 31 years. The physical education department is well-staffed and very proud to carry on the tradition for many years. So thank you, Mr. Kaufman. Appreciate that very much. This particular award, and for you 8th graders, you heard the same speech last year. Anybody can win this award. And when we average out how many days a year you have physical education, it's about 80 times 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. That's 400 days of physical education. And to have these students participate and perform every day and perform the effort is just amazing. One thing I want to be not only proud about hiring these people, but in 2010, there was a student who overestimated his ability to swim. He laid on the bottom of the pool, not floating, on the bottom of the pool, face up. Ms. Timmerman reacted, went down and got him, brought him up. Mr. Kaufman and Ms. Timmerman survived this gentleman, and he lives today. And that's the dedication and training that physical education teachers do. And again, thank you so much for your service. As we present these awards, I'm going to present this one first. It is with great honor that the 2021-22 Ron Bruce Excellence in Physical Education Award goes to this outstanding young lady. She has demonstrated outstanding effort in all of her years at Glendale School and in the area of physical education. She tries her best and often goes above and beyond what is required of her. Her dedication to gymnastics has earned her many awards, and she was a great leader during the gymnastics unit every year. She also is an outstanding runner, participating in cross country, working very hard every day and excelling because of her hard work and her tremendous intrinsic drive. Beyond being an excellent student, she is kind and caring to others, showing good sportsmanship and modesty in her achievements. She consistently tries to include others in team play and is a fantastic role model for all. Her easygoing personality allows her to get along with other team members and makes her fun to be around for all. She is an amazing example of dedication and hard work. What really makes her stand out is her consistent daily efforts in all units. Even if it is not her favorite of hers, she tries her best and has a positive attitude. It is with great pride and pleasure that the recipient of the 2021-2022 Ron Bruce Award for an 8th grade girl goes to Magdalena Rosas Sarmiento. Before I go any further, Mike Krager was a very important person in my life. He started it just a couple years after I did at Glendale-River. And we had a lot of good times and talked athletics a lot, but also fun fishing. It was his passion and mine too. And Kevin, he's the only student in 33 years that was allowed, and even if it wasn't allowed, he just did it and pushed me in the pool. He pushed me in my own pool. But he was such a sweet guy, and what an inspiration, having cancer and running his best. When other students came up and said they had a cold or a sprained ankle or something, he was just so inspiring. And I just love you and your family to death. So thank you. I'm so blessed to have this award when I'm able to present it. Michael would have had a blast doing that. Kevin would have come back and done the same thing. I'm just truly blessed, so thank you, Lord. Our next outstanding recipient of the Ron Bruce Excellence in Physical Education Award has a contagious smile, a hard work ethic, and positive attitude. He has participated in basketball, cross country, and wrestling at Glen Hills Middle School, while also spending 8 years in the boxing ring. He has taken ownership over his own fitness and consistently gets his workouts done. He is a role model and leader in physical education class, always setting the tone for the group with his can-do attitude. The future of this young man is extremely bright, and as a leader, as a student, and as an athlete, it is with great pride and pleasure we give you this year's Ron Bruce Excellent in Physical Education Award to an 8th grade boy, Mr. Jakai Norman.
Thank you. We appreciate you coming in and presenting your award this evening. At this time, I've had the opportunity to say some parting words to our class of 2022. It is great to see all of you sitting here in front of me. This is the part of the ceremony where, as your principal, I tell you and all of your loved ones what smart, awesome, and talented teens you are, how you will lead Glen Hills and change the world. I will then explain that this is in large part to the effort of your amazing Glen Hills educators and your loved ones who have influenced and guided you. Of course, every bit of those things are true, but it is not the whole truth, because what happened was during your 6th grade year, the world shut down due to a pandemic, and most of your 7th grade year, you navigated your adolescence while you learned math, science, social studies, English, Spanish, or German, technical education, physical education, and health, art, contemporary youth humanities, 4 days a week on a shortened schedule through a computer screen. Then, slightly over half of you return to school in person wearing masks at a distance, armed with wipes, sanitizer, and the underlying fear of becoming ill, while your teachers work double time connecting virtual and in-person learners. Then came your 8th grade year and a promise of a new normal, which was far from normal as we wrestled with close contacts, quarantine, surges in cases, and the ongoing disappointment of cancellations and postponements. All of this is a lot. All of this is nothing any adult in this room can truly understand, as your experience is so uniquely different than our own. And as your principal, this is where I want to thank all of you. Thank you for teaching me and the staff at Glen Hills about what is truly important. In this year, you have taught us that despite working each other's nerves and having conflict, that at the end of the day, friendships, inside jokes, laughter, loyalty, and having one another's back is what matters. Each of you are uniquely your own, but together as a class, you are truly special. You have your differences as it is to be expected, but I also see how you enjoy, celebrate, and accept one another. These are skills and qualities that will carry you through high school and beyond. That level of compassion is not something that is measured on tests, but is measured in the lives you influence and by the way you make someone else feel. So class of 2022, I want to thank you for how you have influenced and changed my life and the lives of the staff by being our students. We know that in spite of challenges that you have faced, that you will carry on that goodness to the next leg of life's journey. As we prepare to present your promotion certificates, take a quick moment and soak in the host of family, friends, loved ones, and Glen Hills staff sitting in this space. We love you, we are cheering for you, and we know that you have got this. Thank you. Mr. Birmingham, if you could please come with your class to the stage. We will give our promotion certificates at this time.
Here we go. Class of 2022, first recipient, Mohammed Al-Ari. Mohammed. Davis Bedford. Diamond Bowers. Janaya Brewer. Carter Cloyd. Kendrick Cortell. Haley Dentley. Miguel Garcia. Amaya Jillian. Yusuf Gray. Tyler Griffin. Sophia Jonas. Eric Jordan. Tova Bowerman. Chris Morrow. Trevion Parks. Chloe Perret. Maya Piquette. Tony Reccanelli. William Sandler. Olympia Simpson Bradley. Lily Trimmel. Nyla True. And Caitlin Tyler.
Lola Alashehu. Anna Camilla Alvarez. Thomas Alvarez. William Beaupre. Layla Caples. Sienna Clark. Maddie Cook. Nala Deeds. Juliana Franklin. Jameer Griffin. Zachary Grilly. Ian Harris. Marissa Kranz. Ben Llewellyn. Gwen Murray. Jakai Norman. Magdalena Rosas Sarmiento. Nolan Schultz. Sasha Chakaranda. Matthew Stippick. Fabian Wakanaho. Rebecca Weber. Uriah Woodley. Omar Ashur. Ezra Barlament. Charlize Clavert. Caitlin Cortezi. Braden Cox. JJ Cunningham. Derek Cupertino. Namariel Dean. Jonathan Zanegi. Marquan Frazier. Robin Getz.
Ajante Holmes. Sanaya Hines. Aaliyah Press. Zarias Lieblein. Ella Loza. Ava Mendoza. Aset Mitchell. Alyssa Nagai. Jayla Oyalea. Winnie Palma. Eva Rivera. Delaney Sanders. Sorry. Eliza Roberts. Draviel Foss, Velarde, Sarah Nadilia. Brendan Stankiewicz Ertl. Destiny Thomas. Sophia Thurner. Hayden Wilson. Sinjin Zhang.
Taylor Abbott. Jaslyn Britton. Nicole Brooks. Julia Chapel. Quinn Cunningham. Max Begelstaller. Jeremy Flumo. Zoe Kapinski. Hunter Gold. Jason Graves. Talia Hildenbrandt. Warren Humphrey. Henry Johns. Jordan Joyner. Andrea Krivamaza. Jacob Lieberts. Tyson Morris. Matthew Nelson. Terrell Newman Jr. Isaiah Snyder Schmidt. Jade Stelzel. Lendell Valentine Jr. Lydia Wagner. Anna Wontok. Javon West. Imarion Williams. Grace Yoder. Benjamin Zinitz.
Naomi Alexander. Aziz Ashur. Addison Ditto. Ariana Brown. Jordan Cameron. Kimira Carter. Ryan DeLuca. Chanel Elliott. James Insaldo. Sylvia Freeman. Joyla Griffin. Declan Henry. Kendon Hickman. Dallas Hortman Garner. Alistair Key. Kiko Lula. Chastity Macbeth. Johara Aqueen Victoria Perez. Demaria Williams. Carter Zaitov. All right, let's give another huge round of applause to our Glen Hills class of 2022. We want to thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We will be dismissing our graduates out and they will be heading over to the cafeteria. Once they have exited, then we will begin exiting our families. There are some refreshments over in the cafeteria for you all to enjoy, spend some time taking pictures and enjoying this moment and this evening. So at this time, homeroom teachers, could you please exit your students? Should we save it?